That was the Turkish national anthem, İstiklal Marşı, or Independence March, that was played after the official laying of the wreath at the tomb of Turkey's founding father, Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. Let's go now to our guest who joins me here in the studio, Vehbi Baysan, who's an associate professor of history at Ibn Haldun University. Really good to have you with us, Professor. The 101st Republic Day, of course, it comes after we marked the centenary of the founding of the Turkish Republic last year. What is your reflection on this year's event as we officially head into the next Turkish century?
Well, it's, I think, historic moment in my view, because, last year there was all around the country and even in internationally it was celebrated because in 1923, like exactly 100 years ago, but now it's 101st, we're talking about a nation who almost lost all their hopes after the World War I when the Ottoman Empire collapsed. And majority of people, for lack of resources and you name it, nothing. Basically, parts of Ottoman Empire already, or today's modern Turkey, already under occupation, and capital Istanbul already under occupation. And they said, that's it. It means after 650 years of Ottoman Empire's glorious days ended now, and we should surrender. But a group of people, of course, we symbolize it with Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, but we should talk about a group of people, said, hey, wait a minute, why don't we do something about it and go fight back? Although we have minimal resources, but actually we inherited our ancestors' will to live free and in their free country. So that's how in 1919, precisely 19 May 1919, Ataturk and his, again, comrades and friends and many representatives or the people from the different sectors of the society joined in war of independence.
Okay, and Vehbi, we'll just look now at these live pictures where the president is taking the lectern there. We can expect President Erdogan to be making some remarks as he prepares to sign the official book there at the mausoleum. As you say, this comes on the 101st Republic Day here in Turkey.
Aziz Atatürk,
Great
bugün
Ataturk,
bizlere emanetiniz olan milletimizin
today
en büyük eseri,
we
aynı
are
zamanda iftihar kaynağı olan
celebrating the
Cumhuriyetimizin
greatest
101.
masterpiece
yıl
inherited
dönümüne
to us
ulaşmanın
by you.
haklı
We are so
sevincini
pleased with the
yaşıyoruz.
fact that we are
gurur
marking the
günümüzde
101st anniversary
ülkemizde
of
ve
the
dünyanın
foundation of our
dört bir
republic.
yanında
On
yaşayan
this
tüm
day full of
vatandaşlarımızın
pride,
kalbi
the
bizimle
hearts
çarpan
of our
tüm
citizens
soydaşlarımızın
living inside
29
and
Ekim
outside of
Cumhuriyet Bayramı'nı
Turkey,
tebrik
their
ediyorum.
hearts are beating with us, and
Bu
I would like to
vesileyle
congratulate the
zat
Republic Day.
halinizi,
By taking this
silah
opportunity, once
arkadaşlarımızı
again, I would like to
ve
remember
aziz
you
şehitlerimizi
and your comrades
bir
in
kez daha
arms and our
şükranla
brave
yad
martyrs with gratitude.
Bölgemizde sınırların bir asır evvel olduğu gibi
In our
yine
region,
kan ve
we
gözyaşıyla
see that the
çizilmek
borders are
istendiği bir
tried to be
dönemde
drawn by shedding
vatanımızın
blood
bekasını,
and teardrops
milletimizin
during such
güvenliğini
challenging
korumak için
times in order
her
to
türlü
protect the
tedbiri
survival of this
alıyoruz.
state and the future of our nation. We
Milli
are
mücadelenin
undertaking any
Cumhuriyet'in
necessary
ilanıyla taçlanmasını
steps
sağlayan
and measures.
birlik, beraberlik
Unity,
ve kardeşlik
togetherness,
ruhu
and the
bu
spirit of
süreçte
brotherhood
bizlere de
lead us to the
rehberlik
foundation of
etmekte,
republic, and
yolumuzu
these are
bir
the
fener
futures
misali
guiding us and
aydınlatmaktadır.
casting a bright
Türkiye
light towards
Cumhuriyeti
our future.
emin
The
ve
Republic of
eğil
Turkey
kadroların
is
riyasetinde
in the
maziden
hands
Fatih'e uzanan
of qualified
muazzez yolculuğunu
administrators,
her
and this
zamankinden çok daha
sacred
kararlı
journey
bir
of the
şekilde
Republic of Turkey
sürdürmektedir.
from past to the
Ruhun
future goes on
şad
with
olsun.
great level of determination. Rest in peace.
Tören bitmiştir Sayın Cumhurbaşkanım. Arz ederim.
The Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan making some remarks there after laying a wreath at the final resting place of the Turkish Republic's founder Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. Let's bring in now Professor Vehbi again. What did you make of the president's remarks there? Essentially talking about the need to be vigilant in protecting Turkey as a republic.
Well, absolutely, because as Mr. President said, that the borders actually drawn after extremely challenging moments, fighting back against the superpowers of the time and winning. I mean, if they lost, probably we'll be talking about a different history now. So the borders of Turkey demonstrates people's efforts and determination to have a free country. And in that free country, actually, when today in 1923, it was declared, because once you win the War of Independence, then you have to decide the route of your country, what is it going to be, what the regime will be. So they decided it will be a republic. This means that people can govern themselves by electing or selecting their politicians as well as their leaders. So therefore it's extremely important, and we should never forget, and we should always remind our coming generations that it was an extremely difficult task and it shouldn't be taken granted. I think the way I interpret it is basically there are a lot of signs or signaling to this very fact that the upcoming generations should always keep in mind, but also while remembering the past, they should look into future and to further develop Turkey and better integrate it to global, economically as well as politically. So we are living in a very difficult geography. As the university name Ibn Haldun, he's a 14th century sociologist, says the region or where you live, geography is your destiny. So this is what our destiny is, and people, many people, thousands or tens of thousands of people lost their lives just to have these borders. Therefore, it's very precious, it's very symbolic, obviously. Now here, it's symbolized in the monument of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, but in that sense, we are also remembering those who ever contributed one way or another into that war of independence, also contributed fighting back whoever kind of thought that can easily get a chunk of this land. But also we are commemorating and showing our respect those who even carried bottle of water to the soldiers or helped healing their wounds. So that's why it's significant and that's why it's very important. So that's why 101st anniversary now not only celebrated officially, let's say, but I can see at the schools, kids talking about it, and they're trying to make better sense of the past, what had happened, and obviously how we can kind of carry this country to future with all these challenges, regional as well as political and economic challenges too.
Yes, and to your point about not taking the Republic for granted, we did get a stark reminder just 6 days ago about the ever-present threat that the Turkish Republic faces. There was the terrorist attack in the capital, Ankara, that claimed at least 5 lives. That is a reminder, isn't it, that the goal of protecting the nation's borders is something that's ongoing and something that really doesn't stop at the founding of the Republic.
No, because whatever happens outside Turkey's borders, we are automatically affected. Let's remember the civil war in Syria contributed sending around millions of Syrian refugees here. They're our guests, we welcome them, etc. But also the war in Iraq in 1990s also generated immigrants. Hey, take Ukraine and Russia as well. So whatever happens here, immediately, because we are in this geography, Turkey gets affected. Now, I'm not, no way I'm trying to say that they contributed to terror. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that it's really challenging protecting these borders, because now lately, in the last decade or so, Turkey especially made a lot of investments in their defense industry, and it's attracting a lot of international attention, positive and negatively. And now we have this terror attack and absolutely innocent people. Even among them, I'm not saying the other, but also their valuable lives. But one of them just went down to the gate to pick up a flower her husband sent for their anniversary and just got killed. I mean, so terror there is not limited to those lives, but also aiming to terrorize people in wherever they are in big cities, especially capital Ankara, Istanbul, wherever it is. So our security forces also facing these challenges. What we don't hear is that how many of those plots has been discovered and how many of them, let's say, eliminated or diffused. But unfortunately, one of them just goes and kill people and it becomes the headline. So we are saying we're living in Turkey in these borders, yes, celebrating 101st anniversary, commemorating 101st anniversary of our republic, but also we should be always aware of these challenges as well.
Yes, and it was 101 years ago today that the Turkish armed struggle against the Allied powers, against all the odds, managed to form the Turkish Republic. But you mentioned there the reflection on the Turkish armed forces, because we know in recent years, particularly over the last 20 years, the Turkish armed forces has managed to really gain strength and become more and more self-sufficient. How important is that Turkey no longer really needs to rely on outside sources to protect its borders?
Well, extremely important. I mean, first of all, Turkey no longer at the mercy of international actors in the arms dealings, etc. But now, with the Turkish engineers, they have the ability and the capacity and also the will from top to bottom to produce our own defense systems. I mean, look, let me give you an example. Since 1980s, Turkey trying to purchase an air defense system from the United States. This is the words of former President Trump. He said it, and US always refused to give it. Now, we are actually capable of producing these kind of high-tech, super technology products, which is extremely important. But what's important is that these are all defense of our borders, and Turkey had no intention of going beyond the borders, occupy anywhere. But as I said, we are living in a very challenging geography, and Turkey have all the right to do it, but it's doing it with our own national resources. This is quite a matter of pride when I see now the youngsters in Turkey, in various parts of society, they always talk about this. It means that it can be done. So this message is extremely important for the youngsters choosing their career or what they want to study at the university. Now, engineering becoming ever more popular in Turkey thanks to these kind of investments, and now we see the products.
Okay, Vehbi Baysan, we will have to leave it there. But thank you, as always, for joining us here at TRT.
Pleasure.
World.
Thank you.